everybody, it's Michelle, and I've got my June 2019 Simon Says stamp card kit in the mail, and I'm really excited about all of the things in here. And I do have a quick project for you using this stamp set, and it was just the perfect set, and I'll show you when we get to that in just a minute. So the first thing we've got is the glitter duster by Stampers Anonymous, along with some distress glitter in Clear Rock Candy by Tim Holtz. And the glitter duster is like a dry glitter sprayer. You put your glitter down in here and you turn your nozzle directing it at your paper, and you can spray a fine mist of the glitter onto your adhesive, whether it be wet paint or wet ink or glue, whatever the case may be. You can mist a fine layer of your dry glitter onto that. Keeps from making quite as much of a mess. So I am anxious to try that. Whether or not I'll get a chance to do it on video, I'm not really sure. And then we've got some little paper flowers, a little bouquet of those on wire stems. And I think that is so adorable. I love when we get some 3D effects in these card kits, because then you can use it for so much more beyond card making and scrapbooking. So then we've got some envelopes, and I'm going to get my little cheat sheet here to read off to you guys so that I don't get that wrong in what we've got. We've got metallic green leaf, metallic black, metallic gold, and white. The white is not metallic. Those are gorgeous envelopes as well. I'm going to go ahead and show you the cardstocks too, because I'm saving that stamp set for last. That's what I'm going to be using in my project today. So we've got green leaf, black, ivory, cotton candy, and Nina Desert Storm. And I love the Nina Desert Storm. It is my favorite craft color cardstock. And we've got some frames and tags that are already cut out, little die cut pieces in here. And they match with our paper pack too. This is by Cartabella. That's called Botanical Garden Frames and Tags. And the paper pack, probably from Botanical Gardens as well. Yes, 12 double-sided sheets of Cartabella Botanical Garden 6x6 paper. So you've got a tag there, and the hole is already perforated, so you can punch that out. And then this one is perforated that you can punch out the center. And it's the center panel and the frame. That has a punch out panel too. And the holes are punched out to make an eyelet border along the bottom. I like that. And that is a plain little tag. I like the plain tag. Love leaves. And this is also a frame with holes punched out like tags. And the center panel comes out. And I love that. And it matches with our Cartabella Botanical Garden papers. And I'll just do a quick flip through to show those to you. So you've got different color families. I like this here with kind of the cotton candy pink. And then here we've got like a peach and red combination. Very interesting. I love that color combination. Then here we've got more of a salmony pink. And then we've got like the cream colors. Very pretty. Lots of different color combinations in there. And the part I've been waiting on, the stamp set. It's a 6x8 stamp set that always comes with the card kit. This is the Leafy Frames stamp set, and you can buy the stamp set separately if you don't want to get the entire kit. I'll leave a link to that and the kit and everything for you guys down below like I always do. I want to show you guys something that I had in mind. I've been thinking about starting some journaling. I bought a journal book and didn't do anything with it. I was sort of intimidated by the process and I wasn't sure what to do. And I just got this at Walmart. And I thought it was so pretty. But like I said, I had never done anything with it. I didn't know where to start. So when I thought about where to start, well, clearly your cover page is the first thing you need to do. And when this stamp set arrived, I thought the flowers and leaves in that frame there just sort of reminded me of the cover of this, and a lot of the little tags and things. You guys can see that that would just go so beautifully with this journal. I think it's gorgeous. I love the color combination. Those gray greens match perfectly. That little tag, I just love it. I think it looks like it's just made for it. So I decided that I'm going to take this frame here and I'm going to stamp it in, and I'm just going to make my cover page. And I thought if I could just do the cover page, then I might want to get in a little deeper and actually get into going with this. And I know it's kind of a bad idea to start a 2019 journal halfway through the year almost, but in my mind I think that's going to give me a lot of opportunity. I can start with January, February, March, months that have already passed, and I can practice on some pages there and really just kind of recap the year and get a little practice in at the journaling and see what I think of it. And this makes me nervous, you guys. I've got one shot in the journal, and if I mess up, I don't know how I'll fix it. I think that's one of the things that always made me so nervous about the idea of journaling. It's in the book. The pages are bound in there, and I can't just scrap it and start over. And I guess that's going to force me to think things out a little more methodically. So I'm going to use London Fog in my Memento ink, and I'm going to ink this up. And the first thing I want to do is to stamp it off on a scrap piece of cardstock here just to see how it does. And I like that. London Fog is kind of a greenish gray, and my leaves here are a greenish or a grayish green, so I like that a lot. I'm going to see what kind of second generation look I get on that. Very light. Okay, so I think what I want to do is go ahead and ink that up, and then I'm going to stamp second generation, which means to ink it up good, stamp it off lightly once, and then whatever is remaining will be a lighter layer. That's the second generation that I'm going to stamp into my book. And I'm just going to stamp it off lightly. And then that way, if I messed up, it won't be too bad, hopefully. And I'm just going to come just slightly above center. And I think that looks good. I like the placement. Okay, so far, so good. And then I'm going to use the single flower and the little leaf sprig there. Okay, I think that looks good. And if you guys remember my number die cuts from my In Love Art Shop video, I'm just going to use those to trace right around as stencils. now I'm going to get to coloring with my Arteza colored pencils. And I love these. I know these aren't going to bleed through, so that's going to be great for my journal. And I've chosen some colors here that sort of match with the cover of my book. So for the light pink in the background, I've got pink macaroon. For the pink combination on the pink flowers, I've got peony, fruit punch, and magenta. For the purples, I've got lavender, purple iris, and amethyst. And then for the greens, I've got jade and fern, as well as smoke. I just wanted a gray in there to tone everything down, because as you can see, we've got a gray tone to the flowers, and thought I may need that. So I'm just going to color in my flower border with those.